Fortnite is one of the biggest live service games on the planet. When Fortnite launched in 2017, it released to little more than a thud. The title would then shift directions in an attempt to revitalize itself, going on to introduce several key features that would warp gaming for years to come. But the main thing we're focusing on today is Fortnite's defining feature, the Battle Pass. Contrary to popular belief, Fortnite was not the first game to have a Battle Pass, although it was the game to popularize the term and bring the idea to the mainstream. The first time a Battle Pass was ever seen in a game was as early as 2013. The game that introduced it was Dota 2 during an event called the International. It gave players access to Smeevil items and bounties. This was only available for a limited window during the event and then was gone. Dota 2, to my knowledge, is also the first game to use the term Battle Pass. During the 2016 International event, Epic Games introduced the Battle Pass at a critical period for gaming that was rife with controversy. 2016 saw the popularization of the loot box with Overwatch, after infesting sports games over the preceding years. From the outset, there was much criticism as to the implementation of loot boxes in gaming. They would be a controversial topic in gaming for years to come. Many, including myself, viewed them as a flashy means to attempt to increase retention and spending for a game. You make the process as stimulating as possible so that players are more likely to come back and continue playing the game to earn more loot boxes or spend their own money to purchase them. Loot boxes would even find their way into single-player games in the form of Shadow of War. They were a key part of the game's endgame content, Shadow Wars, which essentially required the player to take over Middle-earth. They were later removed with an update. The game that would torch the much-derived monetization method came from EA in the form of Star Wars Battlefront 2. Referred to as, quote,
"This game is a Star Wars-themed online casino designed to lure kids into spending money. It's a trap."
Now, I think we can all agree Star Wars is a brand that is enjoyed by people of all ages, from children to adults. I think it goes without saying that implementing mechanics such as loot boxes in a Star Wars game was done with clear, malicious intent, nevertheless making loot boxes the core progression system of the title. A move motivated by greed with no regard for the well-being of players and the psychological impact that it could have upon them. In December 2017, Epic Games would introduce gaming's next monetization craze to Fortnite. At the launch of Season 2, a new feature would debut, the Battle Pass. In the context of 2017, this made Epic Games look really fair in the eyes of gamers, when just a month ago, EA wanted you to play for approximately 40 hours to unlock Darth Vader in a Star Wars game. Epic made a really smart move with how they structured their Battle Passes. The Battle Pass provided a degree of investment in the game. If you played the game enough to complete the pass, you would eventually get enough currency to buy the next one. Meaning that you could in theory spend the 950 V-Bucks and never have to spend money on the game ever again. This was a very smart move that was clearly retention driven, preying on the compulsive need for people to tick off lists and complete tasks, providing a reason for players to check into the game each week as they played. Gotta keep playing, I wanna get Omega with lights. This will be my only chance to ever get that skin, because once this Battle Pass is done, I can never get it again. It was the moment when the idea of a game as a second job really began to crystallize. It was just a bonus that Fortnite was fun to play. The implementation of this was so well received that other games would copy Fortnite and implement Battle Passes into their own titles, in lieu of avoiding controversy around loot boxes. Fortnite was at its peak between 2018 and 2019. Epic Games didn't invent the idea of franchise crossovers in gaming. You can date that idea back decades, with a personal favourite being the guest characters in Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2. But Fortnite did kick off the current craze of using collaborations as a means to reach into the wallets of players. Without the influence of Fortnite, I don't believe we would have seen Call of Duty implement skins for the boys. Fortnite had engaged in collaboration since Save the World launched in 2017. This collaboration was in the form of logos for YouTubers like PewDiePie that could be used as emblems. 2018 would take this to the next step by introducing the first collaboration with another media property. This was in the form of a collaboration with Avengers Infinity War that would introduce a brand new item to the game, the Infinity Gauntlet. This item let the player turn into Thanos in the game and wreak havoc upon the island's inhabitants. In my opinion, this would be the moment that Epic got an idea. What if we started trying to license skins for Fortnite? The first real collaboration skin was the 4th down item set, which was released in collaboration with the NFL during Season 5 of Fortnite. The first time Epic would introduce a licensed skin that wasn't a loose knockoff was a set of 2 skins that were original designs for Marvel characters, namely Star-Lord and Black Widow during Season 8 in 2019. These released on April 25th and April 29th respectively. Up to this point, Fortnite had relied purely on its own creations to sell skins. The introduction of skins from other properties opened Pandora's box in addition to the wallets of players. How far would the licensed skins go? These skins also had a degree of urgency with them, because you didn't necessarily know if they would ever come back. Fortnite did not originate the idea of purchasable cosmetics, but it certainly perfected the idea, with these skins costing an arm and a leg with people willing to pay it too, just for the allure of being able to play as your favorite character.
Mom, can you give me some money, please? Mom, can you give me some money, please? Stop fucking around!
The next logical step then is, what if we combine both of these and put licensed characters into the Battle Pass, doing a theme season around a specific brand? The first season to get this treatment was Chapter 2 Season 4, and the chosen brand? Marvel. By doing a Marvel-themed Battle Pass, Epic Games effectively made it even more urgent for players to jump back in and start playing again. When you put the at the time most popular brand in the public consciousness into your game, it's going to draw eyeballs. Even more so when you put some of the most popular Marvel characters in the Battle Pass, such as Wolverine and Iron Man. Suddenly, the urgency to play the season is increased, because these versions of the skins will never be available again. Recently, there was a decision made by Epic Games in regards to how future Battle Passes would work. Starting with Chapter 5 Season 4, Battle Pass skins won't be locked purely to the pass anymore. This doesn't apply to any Battle Passes released before Chapter 5 Season 4. After 18 months, Epic is able to cycle them into the shop for sale. I can see the reasoning behind this. When you have skins of popular characters like Doomguy, Optimus Prime, and Darth Vader, you want to be able to sell them again, especially when the characters are very in demand and highly requested. They see money on the table and would like to cash in even more. I'm sure that Disney has a part to play in this to a degree, because of their $1.5 billion investment into a stake in Epic Games. I imagine that Disney would be very eager to make a skin like Darth Vader or the Mandalorian available again, because of the amount of profit it would generate for all parties involved. Epic took the Battle Pass even further as well with the introduction of the Mini Pass, and specific Battle Passes for other game modes as well. LEGO Fortnite has its own Battle Pass. Even though Epic Games popularized the concept of the Battle Pass, I would be remiss not to mention that there are instances where it has been done slightly better in other games. The key example that comes to mind is Halo Infinite. For all the issues that game had at launch, it was a very consumer-friendly move to not have a timer on the Battle Pass. It removed the degree of urgency, letting the player finish it at their own pace. The methods of monetization employed in Fortnite effectively changed gaming for many years afterwards. The pure timing of its implementation contributed to its success, as well as it being a fair method of monetization when compared to other popular systems employed at the time. If you have watched the video this far, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. Hit the subscribe button for more gaming news and analysis.